Opening scene, a slow zoom in on a window covered in raindrops. Outside, Lahore's sky is gray and heavy. The drizzle paints the world in silver hues. Inside, in a softly lit room, a girl sits silently, Aiza. Her head leans against the glass, eyes distant and filled with memories. Each flash of lightning briefly illuminates her face, caught between nostalgia and sorrow. Narrator, gentle voice. Some stories are meant to stay incomplete, because in their incompleteness, they find perfection. Just like Aiza and Rayyan's story. Aiza, softly to herself. Every time it rains, my heart wishes everything could be the same again, just like before. Her phone vibrates on the table. A message lights up the screen. It's from Rayyan. Her heartbeat skips. That one name still holds the power to shake her entire soul. Message, are you okay? Simple words. Yet they carry the weight of years, of distance, silence, and unspoken love. Slow emotional piano rises. Narrator. Every love story fights its own battle with time. Sometimes time wins. Sometimes love does. Flashback fades in 3 years earlier. University campus. Sunlight filtering through trees, laughter echoing across the courtyard. Rayyan, quiet, reserved, yet kind-hearted. Aiza, vibrant, talkative, full of dreams brighter than the morning sun. Their first meeting was pure accident. Aiza rushed up the stairs, books slipping from her hands, and collided straight into Rayyan. Books scattered everywhere. Rayyan knelt instantly to help. Rayyan, smiling shyly. Your speed could beat a Formula One car. Aiza burst out laughing, a sound he would never forget. That moment was the beginning of everything. Study sessions turned into coffee breaks. Group projects turned into late-night conversations. And friendship slowly became love. Cafe scene, evening breeze, soft light flickering.
Aiza.
Rayyan, you're always so quiet. What are you hiding?
Rayyan.
Nothing to hide. Only words I don't have the courage to say. She smiled teasingly. Then gather that courage. I want to hear them. Days turned to months, secrets shared, dreams whispered. Aiza wanted to travel, to write, to live freely. Rayyan dreamed of peace, of a simple home filled with laughter. One winter evening, under the warm glow of fairy lights at a college event, Rayyan finally confessed. Rayyan, nervous voice. Aiza, I love you. I don't think I can live a single day without seeing you. Aiza froze, eyes wide, then smiled softly. You really think I didn't already know? They laughed through tears, a moment suspended in time. Narrator. They were incomplete without each other, like the moon without its light, or breath without air. Transition scene, train station ambience, crowd noise fading in. But life had other plans. Aiza's father, an army officer, was transferred abroad. Within days, she had to leave. At the airport, Rayyan stood silently, his eyes saying everything his lips could not. Aiza hugged him tightly. Aiza, I'll come back, Rayyan, no matter how long it takes.
Rayyan.
I'll wait for you every day, every breath. The flight took off, and with it, a piece of both their hearts. Montage, calendar pages flipping, nights fading into days. Messages turned into silences. Silences turned into distance. Distance became pain. Aiza tried to focus on her studies, her new world. But every rain reminded her of him. Every cup of coffee smelled like his presence. Rayyan drowned himself in work. But every night before sleeping, he opened their old photos. Narrator. Ending love is never easy sometimes. You just have to go quiet. Back to present, rainy Lahore night. Aiza's fingers tremble over the phone. Should she reply? Should she open those old wounds again? Her heart whispers yes. Her mind warns no. Finally, she types, I'm fine, and presses send. Moments later, ting. Another message. Rayyan. I'm back in Lahore. Her world stops. 3 years of distance collapse into a single heartbeat. Narrator. Sometimes, life gives us a second chance. We just have to recognize it. Next morning, the same cafe from their past. The wooden chairs, the smell of coffee, the same window seat. Aiza sits there, nervous, heart pounding. The door opens. Rayyan walks in, a little older, a little calmer, but still the same eyes, the same warmth. They lock eyes, silence, speaking louder than words. Aiza, softly. You've changed. Rayyan, gentle smile. Only my face. My heart is still the same. They sit down. The silence between them feels peaceful, not painful. Rayyan, I learned something while being away from you. Love doesn't need closeness, it needs trust. Aiza's eyes fill with tears. And I learned, some people meet us only once, but stay in our hearts forever. Outside, the rain begins again, soft, melodic, just like the day they met. Narrator. Love never dies. It just hides behind the curtains of time. They laugh softly, remembering their old arguments, spilled coffee, endless chats. Hours pass like minutes. She tells him about her writing. He tells her about his architecture firm. They've both changed, yet somehow remained the same. Evening, cafe, closing time. Rayyan smiling. You know, I waited for you in every rain. Aiza, playful smile. Maybe that's why the rain never stopped. He looks into her eyes, holding her hand gently.
Rayyan.
I told you once, I'll never truly leave. Tears roll down her cheeks, not of pain, but peace. The storm inside her finally calms. Narrator. Some bonds are tied not by time, but by the heart. And when the heart is pure, love always finds its way back. Ending scene, wide cafe shot, raindrops tracing down the window. They sit together, quietly watching the rain. The city glows under the storm. For them, this isn't the end of a love story. It's the beginning of a new chapter. A chapter not written by time, but by destiny. The storm has passed, both outside and within Aiza's heart. Last night's meeting with Rayyan still feels like a dream. The words, the silence, the rain, all dance in her mind like a melody that refuses to end. Narrator, calm tone. The first test of love isn't in meeting, it's in believing in your heart again after meeting once more. Scene, Aiza's apartment, early morning. She stands by her balcony, holding a cup of tea, lost in thought. The city hums softly beneath her. Her phone lies beside her on the railing, a new message from Rayyan blinking.
Rayyan.
Asterisk. What's your plan for tonight? There's somewhere I want to take you. Asterisk. Aiza's lips curve into a small smile. Aiza, softly, to herself. Looks like the story is being written again. Cut to evening. Wide shot of a lake on the outskirts of Lahore. Golden light, soft wind, birds gliding across the water. Aiza arrives, wearing a pale pink dress, elegant, simple, full of nostalgia. Rayyan stands near his car, waiting, a smile on his face that hides both excitement and nervousness. Rayyan, do you remember this place? Aiza looks around, smiles faintly. This is the same lake where you first tried to teach me photography. Rayyan nods. You once said every picture hides an emotion. Maybe that's why I could never forget you. They both laugh softly, their eyes meeting for a little longer this time. The wind carries a silence, the kind filled with old emotions. Narrator. Sometimes love speaks the loudest when it says nothing at all. Scene shift, night at the lake, fairy lights glowing on trees, light instrumental music in the air. Rayyan sets up a small table, candles, coffee, and 2 chairs. Aiza, surprised. What's all this? Rayyan, smiling. For you, our first dinner after 3 years. They sit. The moment feels fragile, beautiful. Aiza gazes at him, the same person she once lost to time. But now, she notices something new, a calmness in him, a maturity that distance had carved.
Aiza.
Rayyan, did you ever think I'd come back?
Rayyan.
Every day I thought you would, then I thought maybe it was just a dream. Aiza, sad smile. I used to think we were over.
Rayyan.
When love is real, it never ends. It just pauses. Narrator, soft background music swells. Life always gives second chances. It's just the heart that needs to be ready. Scene, montage of days passing, laughter, coffee shops, late-night drives, shared silences. Aiza and Rayyan begin spending time together again. Slowly, old comfort returns. But with that comfort, old fears return too. Scene, cafe, afternoon. Aiza notices Rayyan getting a call from an unknown number. He excuses himself, walks out to answer, his tone serious. When he returns, his smile feels forced.
Aiza.
Was that an important call? Rayyan hesitating. Just office work, but his eyes look away. Narrator. To break love, a third person isn't always needed. Sometimes, a few unspoken words are enough. Later that night, Aiza sits in her room, uneasy. Something in her heart feels off. That same feeling she had when Rayyan started drifting away years ago. Scene, Rayyan's office, next day. Rayyan sits across from a woman, Maya, his business partner. She looks at him with concern. Maya. Rayyan, you should tell Aiza everything. If she finds out on her own, it'll hurt even more. Rayyan sighs. I just need a little time. I don't want to lose her again. Narrator. Sometimes the truth isn't hard to say. It's the fear of losing love that makes silence louder. Scene, evening, Aiza's house. Rayyan arrives with flowers. They talk, laugh, but Aiza's eyes linger on the worry behind his smile.
Aiza.
Rayyan, is everything okay?
Rayyan.
Yes, completely, pauses. Just some decisions in life feel heavy lately. Aiza touches his hand gently. I'm here. Tell me, what is it? Rayyan looks away. Some things. I'll explain when the time is right, Aiza. Narrator. Silence doesn't protect love, it weakens it. Scene. 2 weeks later. Aiza is walking through the city market when she sees Rayyan across the street with Maya. They're talking, smiling. Maya gently touches his shoulder. The world seems to stop for Aiza. Her heart clenches, her eyes blur. She quietly walks away, her tears hidden by the crowd. Later that night, Rayyan calls. She doesn't answer. Dozens of messages go unread. Soft piano with slow heartbeat sound. Finally, one message appears on Aiza's screen. Asterisk, Aiza, please, give me a chance to explain. Asterisk. Narrator. Once trust is broken, love itself starts searching for answers. Scene. The rain returns. Aiza walks alone through the streets, lost. The same city, the same rain, but now it feels colder. She stops under a streetlight, looks up at the sky. Aiza, voice trembling. I made the same mistake again. I couldn't control my heart. Tears mix with rain. Suddenly, Rayyan's car stops beside her. He runs toward her, drenched, desperate.
Rayyan.
Aiza, please listen to me. Maya is just my business partner, nothing more. Aiza, then why didn't you tell me before?
Rayyan.
I was scared of losing you, of your questions, of your decisions.
Aiza.
Rayyan, love doesn't survive on fear. It breathes on trust. Silence. Rain pouring heavily around them. Narrator, deep tone. Every love must pass through a test between truth and trust. Rayyan falls to his knees, voice breaking. I only love you, Aiza. Everything in life can change, but not you. Aiza's heart softens, tears roll down her cheeks. She takes a slow step toward him. Aiza, just remember one thing. Rayyan, if your love is true, you'll never need to explain it. They both stand there, soaked, broken, yet bound by the same love. Scene fades to them sitting on a park bench, dawn approaching. Aiza rests her head on his shoulder. He quietly holds her hand. The sky begins to clear, sun rays piercing through clouds. Narrator. Time taught them again. Love isn't just about finding someone, it's about understanding them. Soft music swells, birds chirping. They sit quietly, forgiving the past, learning to rebuild what was lost. Aiza. Rayyan, maybe this time we can start again? Rayyan, smiling faintly. Not start this time. We'll finish what we began. Closing scene. Wide aerial shot of Lahore waking up. Sunlight glows over the streets, drying the last drops of rain. Narrator, soft fade out. When love is true, it survives every trial. Aiza and Rayyan's journey isn't over yet, but this time, faith walks beside love. Every love story has a turning point where love must make a choice. For Aiza and Rayyan, that choice became the greatest test of their lives. Scene: Aiza's apartment. She's sitting on the balcony, her diary open, the breeze gently blowing. Aiza, writing softly. Life has always given me choices, and every time, I followed my heart. Maybe that's why it still beats, even when everything else is broken. Her phone buzzes, a message from Rayyan. Tomorrow, I have a surprise. Be ready by 10 a.m. She smiles faintly, a little anxious, a little excited. Scene transition. Next morning, wide shot of city roads. Rayyan's car stops outside Aiza's building. Rayyan honks softly. Aiza steps out, wearing a light blue dress, the same fragrance she used to wear years ago. Rayyan smiling. You know, you look exactly like the first day I met you. Aiza laughing. Only time has changed, not the people. They drive through the old streets of Lahore, Liberty, Gulberg, Canal Road. Laughter filling the silence that once stood between them. Rayyan, I want to show you something. Background music, soft strings rising. The scene cuts to a half-built house, open fields, foundation stones, incomplete walls. Aiza, surprised. This place?
Rayyan.
This is our dream. I designed this house for you when you were gone. Aiza's eyes fill with tears.
Aiza.
You really believed I'd come back? Rayyan's soft smile. I only believed in you. Narrator. When love is pure, even waiting becomes an act of faith. They walk through the half-constructed home. He shows her the rooms, the small balcony facing the sunrise, the garden space where she once dreamed of planting roses.
Rayyan.
This place is our story, Aiza. I want us to finish it together. She nods silently, overwhelmed. But deep inside, a storm begins to stir. Scene: few days later. Aiza's father returns from abroad. Colonel Saeed, firm voice. Aiza, I want to meet Rayyan. Aiza, hesitant. Dad, please, everything's fine. Colonel Saeed. I just want to understand whether this boy is right for you or not. Narrator. Love is never just between two hearts, it's often a decision between two worlds. Scene: Rayyan's small office, afternoon. Rayyan stands nervously as Colonel Saeed enters.
Colonel Saeed.
Rayyan, do you truly love my daughter?
Rayyan.
Yes, sir. With all my heart. I'll spend my life trying to keep her happy. Colonel Saeed. But love alone isn't enough, son. A lifetime together demands responsibility. Are you ready for that? Rayyan, with quiet confidence. Yes, sir. But I want Aiza to make that decision herself. Colonel Saeed's expression softens slightly. Colonel Saeed. Sometimes, the hardest decision is the one you must make with reason, not with your heart. Scene: later that night. Aiza's room, dim light, soft piano. Aiza sits quietly, replaying her father's words in her head. Her heart pulls one way, logic another. Aiza, to herself. How can I go against my heart? But if love is just emotion, am I not hurting Rayyan by holding on? Narrator. Every love reaches a moment where the question isn't do you love, but are you worthy of that love? Scene: next morning. Aiza visits the construction site alone. The half-built house stands silent. She runs her fingers along the brick walls, whispering softly. Every brick carries your name, Rayyan. Her eyes fill with tears. Suddenly, Rayyan arrives.
Rayyan.
Aiza, is everything okay? She turns, smiles weakly. Aiza. Rayyan, what if one day I have to leave? Rayyan, startled. Don't say that. You're my life. Aiza, softly. Life doesn't run only on love, Rayyan. Sometimes, distance keeps love alive. Rayyan grabs her hand. Rayyan. No, Aiza. I can't lose you again. Narrator. Once again, time brought them to a crossroad, where both love and helplessness were being tested. Scene shift, hospital corridor, few days later. A sudden twist. Rayyan's mother falls critically ill. He spends sleepless nights at the hospital. Aiza visits quietly, helping where she can, her eyes full of unspoken care. Rayyan, I don't want you to see me like this, Aiza. You shouldn't have to go through this pain. Aiza, love isn't just about happiness, Rayyan. It's about standing beside someone through their pain. Soft violin music swells. Scene, night, hospital garden, both sitting in silence. Rayyan's eyes are tired, his hands trembling. Aiza, tell me, Rayyan, if your mother gets better, what's the first thing you'll wish for? Rayyan, smiling faintly. To make you mine. Aiza, smiling through tears. Then pray, Rayyan. I'm praying too. Narrator. Love written in prayers is never left unanswered. Scene, few weeks later. Rayyan's mother recovers. The doctors call it a miracle. He rushes to thank Aiza, but she's gone. Her phone is switched off. Her apartment is empty. A single note lies on the table. I love you, Rayyan. But some journeys must be walked alone, so that love can live with dignity. Soft, sad piano begins again. Rayyan reads the letter, tears falling silently. Narrator. She left, but didn't leave the story unfinished. She didn't abandon love, she set it free. Scene, months later. Rayyan completes the house. Every brick, every color, every corner, holds Aiza's memory. He names it Aiza Villa. Every morning, he opens the balcony door, hoping the wind might carry her scent again. One evening, as the sun sets, a familiar voice whispers behind him. Aiza, softly. Seems like you've truly completed our story. Rayyan turns, she's there. The same eyes, the same gentle smile. Tears roll down his cheeks. Rayyan. Aiza, you came back? Aiza. Did I ever really leave? Time just wanted to test us a little. They stand close, silence speaking for them. Narrator. When love is written with truth, its ending is never separation. It's reunion. Scene, final montage. Wedding bells. Family smiling. Laughter filling the air. Aiza and Rayyan finally together, in the same home they once only dreamed of. Narrator, soft, emotional tone. The story that was once incomplete is now whole. Because when love survives every trial, even tears turn into prayers. Camera pans to the sky, golden sunlight glowing over Lahore. This was the unfinished tale of love, where love lost, only to win forever.